Hello my good people and welcome back to Codestar Technologies. Kama kawaida, this is the best tech YouTube channel here in Kenya, and also we happen to be one of the fastest growing online learning platform here in Kenya and Africa. We have amazing videos which you can check. Lipa na M-Pesa, Masterclass, web development. We also have amazing systems which we normally sell. Circle system, we have got e-commerce, we have got rental management systems, among others. So feel free to click the subscribe button, share our videos to as many people as you can, and also give them thumbs up. Now, I normally interact a lot with most of you guys, most of our subscribers, most of our followers on social media. Most of you guys will normally interact. Even some of you get to an extent where you find that you will need to text me. Like, for example, my number is always around available. So like, for example, if you go to our website, you'll be able to chat directly using this chatbot, which is normally displays at this part. So in most cases, we normally interact with you guys a lot. And there is something that has drawn attention to me based on some of the conversations that we normally have, because most of you guys are young guys who are maybe venturing or maybe starting their career in IT industry. And I was once in your shoes. I was not able to format a computer. I was not able to save a document. I was not able maybe to change like the screensavers and so forth. So it used to be quite very hard. But at this age, you realize that most of you guys, when you are coming out of high school, even something like that, you realize that you can do a lot. You can turn on, download movies, all those kind of stuff. But I felt like it's not a good thing to kind of assume like someone knows all these things, because when they ask this kind of questions, it's good for us to help them. So today I would like to focus basically on some of the basic things, the IT skills that you need, like based on some of these questions that people normally ask me. And one of them, it's like where you download the softwares. For example, if you need to get softwares, you can get softwares. I normally get some of the softwares. In most of the softwares, I normally get from this site called Get Into PC. When you press enter like that, you'll be able to search any software that you need, be it Windows 11. Like, for example, you click Windows 11, you'll be able to download that software from here. You can get, like, for example, as you can see, we have got Windows 11 Pro, which includes Office 2021. So if you click that way, just need to download. Instead, because you guys, most of you normally ask me like, oh, Rico, do you have uko na Windows 11, uko na Windows 10, uko na sijui QuickBooks, uko na CorelDRAW, all that one, can you send me to your software? Then you can imagine, like, if I'm going to spend like almost 5 to 6 GB sending you something that you can download direct. I'd rather just check this link, then forward the link to you, and you'll be able to download that software. So that's how easy it is. It's good to know where you can download this kind of softwares. And again, most of you, the other day, there is someone who asked me about, so it is downloading here. So there is someone who else asked me about how I can either put that operating system on a flash so that I can format. Some, they don't know how to enter BIOS and all that. So that's another area I would like to show you how you normally do. But basically, if you need any software, be it CorelDRAW, be it Photoshop, any Adobe kind of software, any operating system, when you click here, you'll be able to see all those kind of operating system or graphics or even AutoCAD, QuickBooks and so forth. You'll be able to get them, because here you normally kind of get cracked versions, but you know that softwares are normally sold in most cases. Yeah, it's really, you can get open source softwares. So in that case, again, if you are charging out there in a market na IT guys, chanuka kidogo, janjaruka. Usianze kutupeana vitu bure. You know, you went to school, you learned, you paid, you wasted your time, you used your resources and all that. Can imagine the price of a QuickBooks, it goes for 100,000 and all that. So it starts like I think 30,000 based on the number of users, based on the features that you have and all those kind of things. So if you go to the official websites of either those kind of sites, Adobe, be it QuickBooks, be it AutoCAD, you'll be able to see how much they normally charge. Then when you get to a client, you'll be able to explain to them, sure. Then now you can talk to them, alafu unajua una charge like how much. Unaanza kupata tu kakitu, my friend. So that's one of the sites you can download. There is another site called Softonic. You can get a number of applications here, softwares here, but yeah, you can try. You can see some of the softwares which are available. You'll be able to download. Again, in most cases, when I install the Office, when I install Windows, after doing the installation of Windows, I need other softwares like the browser and so forth. I normally use this site called Ninite. I call it Ninite. I don't know whether you are going to call it Ninite or what, whichever. So whichever way you are going to pronounce it, this is the best site. So long as your machine is connected to the internet and you just need to download other softwares, like for example, you need Chrome, you need also Mozilla Firefox, you need also Zoom, you need VLC, you need maybe something else like what? WinRAR, where is WinRAR? Maybe you need TeamViewer, we also need Python, you also need all these guys basic. There is Putty or Putty, whichever way you are going to call it. Then we have got JDK, Java Development Kits, Notepad++. If you need this kind of stuff, even Visual Studio, I think it's also here. So you'll be able to select them. Once you select, you just need to click get your whatever, Ninite. So it's going to download a file like this one, and this is the file that you run, and it's going to install all those softwares that you need at once. So that's how you can install those utility softwares. Let me go back to this part. Okay, let me go first of all back to this Get Into PC. Once you download, like you can see, this one is a disk image. When you're downloading the operating system, you download the disk image. Once you download the disk image, you need to put it on your flash disk so that you can format your computer. The other thing that one of the questions one of my guys asked me, it was because they didn't know, and I happened to see when we once went in an interview and someone never knew how to get the BIOS. So based on different computers, like for example, if we talk about HP computers, BIOS key for HP, something like that. If you write that way, you'll be able to know like which keys are normally used to get to the BIOS. Like for example, in HP, in most cases, is either F9, F10. You can try those. For Lenovo, I think is something like F2. So you just need to check the model of the machine, that is the manufacturer of that company, or that manufacturer that machine that you want to format. Then you can search direct, like using your phone, Google search. Do that. Then you need to turn on your computer, turn off your computer. Then once you turn off, now you turn it on again and press the BIOS key like multiple times. It will prompt you. Then you can choose something we call boot order. So in most cases, that's how you normally get to access BIOS and set boot orders. And it's one thing that most of you guys don't know how to do it. So you'd rather check the model of the machine, search from the internet. Once you search from the internet, you'll be able to get to know which is the BIOS key, get to the BIOS, set boot order. Then the next thing, now you can format your computer. So how do you format your computer? In this case, my assumption is that you download the disk image. Already you have the disk image. So once you have the disk image, you'll be able to, either you can use, there is like a software which you can use to make your flash bootable. It's called Rufus or Rufus, whichever name that you're gonna call it. So when you click like that, let me turn on this one. When you look for this software, once you download it, you'll be able to make your flash disk bootable. Or else there is another way you can make flash disk bootable by using CMD. It's not a must you use this software. So if you feel like you're not going to, it is going to take you time to use this software, you can use commands like make flash disk bootable using CMD. I like showing you like how things are done just within the shortest time So you just follow these commands. First thing is to open CMD here, and then this CMD, make sure you right click, you run as an administrator. Then you run these commands, the ones that you are given here. There are commands which you are given here, like these ones, disk part, blah, 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 list disk. Then you will be able to see your flash. Like, for example, if I connect the flash, yes, let me connect the flash. Oh, it makes that sound. Okay, I'll show you how I normally, you can set those sounds for when you insert a gadget, when you remove a gadget. Like, for example, if I remove, it's going to sound differently. It is telling me thank you, but when I insert, it makes that sound. So that's also another thing that I'm going to show you how you normally do it. So you just follow these instructions, like this way, this way, this way. Then your flash is going to be bootable. Now, once your flash is formatted and you make it bootable, the next thing you just go to the disk image that you downloaded. Like, for example, I have got me just open this one to the softwares. Then you can see I have got disk image for Windows 11, like this one. So I can open this one, and once I open it, I can copy these ones to the flash. So long as I've made the flash bootable. So if you've not made the flash bootable, then you will not be able to make that one possible. You cannot copy that way. So you have to make the flash disk bootable. And one way to make the flash bootable is either using the Rufus app that I've shown you, this one, or maybe you can use these commands and you'll be able to go. So when you're using Rufus, what you normally do is, I think here it has explained even. Let me Rufus like that. I just click, when I click the download, when you run, it is going to show this screen like this one. When you download, open Rufus, because it's a portable software, you just open, then you'll be able to choose here. You can select your flash disk. Once you select your flash disk, you browse for the operating system here. That is your disk image. Then you start. Once you start, it's going to run like these ones as you shown in this image. And now once it is done, your flash is made bootable and you're good to go. So I don't know whether I have Rufus. In most cases, I normally use CMD. Normally use CMD to do that, because it's just few commands and you're good to go. Actually, I don't have that software, but whichever way you feel like. If you feel like following the command, like it shows, like maybe it looks like you are a pro, because assuming like you're doing it and your boss is standing there, obvious atasema ongezo kwa mshahara, because he feels old, he or she feels like ajui what is happening. And yeah, these commands things normally scares a lot of people. And again, yeah, so that is what you normally do about the Windows BIOS. Now I guess you know how to set up the BIOS, where to download the things like Windows operating system or any softwares that you need. Then again, how you can make your flash disk bootable, and yeah, that's a number of things that you know. Maybe kuna msee ananiuliza ile ya kuset ka sound. Yes, I've not forgotten about that one. Let me just go and show you. You just need to get there is a site called mix tick, something like that, or maybe you can talk about let me just search download sound effects, something like that. If I click that one, I'll be able to see, like, there is this site. I normally download my stuff if I need a sound to kind of scare people a little bit when they're inserting some flash on my devices. I once even did a video about how you can lock the USB ports such that they will not accept any flash disk and all that. So let me show you some of the sounds. You can be specific the sounds that you need. There is somewhere where we used to, like technology, if I need beeps, high tech, something like that, I can specify I need what kind of sounds. You hear, if I need that, if you need that way, if this one is nice. Once you download them, because you just need to download this kind of menu, and you look for the free one. There are the ones which are also free. There is also that one. You can see the ones that with the download. It means those ones are free. So once you download them, just come to this icon for sound. You click there, then you go to sounds. When you get to sounds, you'll be able to specify, like for example, if you need a reminder, if you need what, but there is option for connect device. Where's connect device? It's supposed to device disconnect, and you set for device connect. So you can hear that. This is the sound that I put. Disconnect. It is thank you. Maybe you can look for other things that, like for example, low battery. You can set it to a different sound. So you just need to browse your sound where you have stored them. Then you select. Once you select, you open, and then you can test, and it's going to work for you. So yeah, that's simple. It looks nice. There is also another video which I did about how you can create a folder which is invisible. There is also another one which I did. It was about what, I don't know what. Yeah, this one, where you, if you want to turn off, you can turn off like that. There is that one, like sliding to turn off. And yeah, there is amazing stuff. Now, the other thing that I have, one of my friends asked it was about how you maybe need to, I love PDF. How you might need to maybe merge a PDF document, how you might need to extract a specific page from a PDF, how you might need maybe to edit a PDF, convert PDF to Word to PDF, this kind of formats. There is these options. You can see these ones. It has a lot of things that you can use, like setting page number, scanning PDF, organizing PDF, sign PDF. Yeah, these are free tools which I normally use on daily basis. Like for example, someone will come up with a PDF document and they need to extract specific pages, like from maybe page 20 to page 50, something like that. It's a note. It's a book with a lot of chapters. Like we normally have books which has got over 800 pages, and you need to extract specific chapter of certain notes, then you print. Even though you can print direct, or maybe you might need to send only that to the students. So yeah, this is one of the tools that you can use. You can convert PDF, do a lot of things with it. Another one, it's another tool that we normally use to remove BG or background. This is another thing that most people they are not aware. Like when you are doing graphics, you don't need to waste your time doing a lot of things. Even though it doesn't give that quality, it's good you use Photoshop. Like for example, I can say passport image, something like that, and then I can be specific. I need maybe to remove background of someone. Like for example, let me just look for an image here and show you. Sorry. Passport image, photo, something like that. Use photo. If I use photo, it's going to be specific. So I might need to remove the background of someone. Like for example, let me pick this guy. Download, save the image. Once I save the image, I'll be able to get back here, upload the image, and I can remove the image background like that. So that's how you normally do it. It's very easy. Then you download. But there is the paid version with like download HD, high definition image, which needs you to pay. But if you download this one, still it works well, because when you put it where you put it, it normally accepts the background. Like for example, let me download so you can see the difference between the two. So there is this one. This one has got no background, you can see. And there was this one, the first one, I think this one. You can see this one has the background. So that's another tool that you can use. We have got the I love PDF. There is this one which is called remove background from image. Yeah, and it's a cool feature that you can use, and it helps a lot. Again, we have got PowerPoint. With PowerPoint, you can create, like for example, in most cases, if I need to create thumbnails, I normally create either using Canvas. There is a site called Canvas. So if you want to do graphic design, Canvas, I think it's that way. So you just need to get here, and you'll be able to create your thumbnails, your posters, anything, your brochures, flyers. I even did a magazine using this one, a whole magazine of a school using this one. So yeah, it's a cool feature which you can use. But I was talking about PowerPoint. PowerPoint also, you can create a design of maybe something like a thumbnail using this one. So once you design the thumbnail, you write whatever you want to write, you change image, you insert. Like for example, if I insert the image that I have changed the background, I go to download, I'll be able to see my image, this one. I'll insert. If I insert, it is going to pick the background of whatever. You can see that way. So if I want to save this one as an image, you just need to go there, save as, then you specify where you want to save the document. When you click here, you can see there are different options, like you want to save as JPEG, PNG, and all that, PDF. There is always all that kind of option, like if you want to save a document, something that people normally talk about. And I normally feel like it's kind of a minor thing, but to some extent, I normally also remember that kuna time sikuwa najua how you can do it. So that's why I decided to do this video, at least to enlighten some people to know how they can do that. Yeah, it's amazing, cool features that you can do. And I know you have learned something. That is it. So in case maybe you want to enroll for some of our courses, like for example, Lipa na M-Pesa, we talk about Daraja API Masterclass. It is still going for 3,000. In case maybe you want to enroll, just click there and you can get in touch. As I said, we will communicate and see how we can do. We can go about it. We also have web development course. We also have data science and machine learning. We also offer that one with Python programming language, that is Python programming option. And we can take you a little bit of Excel as bonus and so forth. Yeah, so it's because we are more practical. We focus more on the practical part of this thing. And I hope you have learned something. If I can check my lists, I've shown you where to download softwares, BIOS, how you can make bootable flash disk. There is one last thing, sorry, about where you can download movies, because most people, they don't know. There's this site called 130 what? Yeah, this one. It's 137.2 whatever. So if I need a movie, like for example, there's one person's of interest like this one. So if I need like season 5, or is it season 5 or what? So I can just click like that and I will be able now to select the one that I need from here. So this is how simple you can download movies, because most guys, they still don't know how to download movies. And okay, it's not a bad thing, but at least right now you know where you can download some series and so forth. And I can lastly showcase, maybe because sometimes I normally use some troubleshooting mechanism of internet and so forth. Like for example, you are connected, you need to check your IP address. You just need to click there, you write IP config like that, you press, you will check the IP address. As you can see, this is my IP address. For example, if I want to maybe flash the IP address, I can write ipconfig slash, let me scroll a little bit, slash, then you normally do flash DNS. This is something that in most cases it happens like when you switch your machine from one network to another, the memory doesn't clear the IP addresses which exist. So in most cases, when you check the connection, you might find that it's not connecting. So flash DNS, it can be done. Then you release the IP address, release like that. Then you press enter. Then you can do the renew. Now you slash, and then you sorry, again, not release, but this time renew. So flash DNS, release, renew, and it's going to work for you and you'll be good to go. It's gonna create a different IP address and so forth. Yeah, that is one troubleshooting mechanism. Again, sometimes there are some people who normally also kind of disable the network. Like for example, you can go to this one and you can disable. If it's Wi-Fi, you can disable, and you will not know what is happening. It's something that I went to for an interview, and someone has disabled the internet because it went for technical support. So The first step was to connect the machine using, we configure a VLAN, that is a virtual local area network. And the first thing that they did was the machine was disabled. Then the network, that is the Wi-Fi, and these ones are disabled. When you right click, you'll be able to disable. So and it's something that most of the people were stuck at that point. So the Nini was disabled. Then after that, once you enable, you get to the next stage, which was creating a VLAN. You are given a router, which you are supposed to configure. Not a router, but a switch. And you're given a cable with internet so that you can configure. It was a Cisco switch, and there is a lot you can learn. So in case maybe also you might need to learn these courses about networking, because there is networking. There is also something we call MCSA, Microsoft Certified Server Associate, where you can create now the advanced things which are it's called MCSA, sorry, CSA, Microsoft Certified Server Associate. So these ones, you'll be able to install servers if you want to create a Microsoft server, even though in most cases servers we normally use Linux. But for corporates and those kind of companies which they don't need, because Linux is free, which needs something that you need to pay, or with Microsoft it's something that they normally go with, and it's good to learn how to install server, because we normally have different operating system for servers. Like for example, if I click here, I can go here and look for a software called Windows Server. I want to know Windows Server umefika ngapi, so we can check. Yeah, so you can see there is Windows Server 2019. Actually, the one that I used 208, also used 2012, something like that. I think there is also 20. I used and also 2016, but there is 2012. 2012 is the one that I did use. Let me see. Windows Server 2012. Let me see whether it's available. Yes, as you can see, this is the one that I once used, and you do some creating Active Directory. You configure DHCP. You also configure something also we call organization work group. I think it's called group of computers, you add users, those kind of things that you normally see. They normally happen in an organization. You're given a specific account that you can use any computer, something like that, or maybe they can specify specific computers which can be used. Yeah, things like that. So that's how you normally configure. DHCP, how you configure DHCP, you normally do it there. Yeah, when it comes to Cisco, how you configure Cisco's routers, yeah, those are some things that you need to engage, and you can create a profession there. Cisco switch, there is a configuration of the routers, router on stick. There is also things like load balancing. That is something, it's a question that once came when I went to an interview about networks. Where you find that you are given two types of source of internet. Like it can be different internet providers, and then you are told to do load balancing within the router. So yeah, it's basic things you can learn from YouTube. There is a lot of content, and yeah, I can guide you and I can give you some of the resources, some of them freely. I don't charge for them. So that is it. I hope you've learned something. And thank you guys for your continued support. Share with your friends. And maybe if you feel like there is a thing tunaweza ongelelea here and there, maybe you want me ni explain further, you can tell me about those kind of stuff that we have done today. So thank you. See you on the next video.